Good evening. This is Terry Allen. This is now called the Radical Progress Show. How's that? Well, I was Radical Progressive, but I changed it to Radical Progress now. So anyway, right. What I want to do is weigh in on this situation with TYT and Jimmy Dore. There's a few other people that have been jumping in too, like Fam and Pasta on convocouch, and Sam Cedar, that dumbass, has been on there too. The argument is not personal. TYT, Cenk, and Anna are trying to make this personal, and it's not personal. This is about integrity. This is about policy. This is about not shilling for the establishment. So Jimmy Dore is absolutely correct. The force the vote issue that he was pushing, Medicare on the floor for a vote, to basically hold Nancy Pelosi's feet to the fire and say, we're not going to vote for you as Speaker of the House if you don't bring this to a vote. Well, Cenk and Anna and some other so-called progressives, they're not really progressives, they were just liberal shills, shit libs, we call them, ran cover for Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic Party and sabotaged that effort that Jimmy Dore made to get the floor vote for Medicare for all. Now, we don't have that. We don't have $15 an hour minimum wage. We don't have forgiveness of school debt. We are not getting anything that Joe Biden promised. The Democratic Party pushed for Joe Biden. They stabbed everyone in the back. But Cenk and Anna and TYT backed Biden and said, we're going to push him to the left. Well, I knew that wasn't going to happen. Jimmy Dore knew that wasn't going to happen. Kyle Kalinske knew that wasn't going to happen. But they pushed it anyway, and that was a benefit to the establishment, to the Democratic Party, and to Nancy Pelosi and her little empire. So what that did is that screwed the American people. And we are not recovering at all from this. We're just going down the toilet. And just wait till this moratorium is lifted. And then you're going to find out what's really going on. Because that's why they have a giant wall around the Capitol building and 25,000 National Guard troops, is to protect them from the angry hordes that are going to be coming over the hill after them. So if you think January 6th was an insurrection, you got another thing coming. Just wait. Now the point is, Jimmy Dore is right. The progressives, the true progressives, have integrity. We will tell the truth, whoever it's for. If Trump is better than Biden, which he was, we will say it. Biden is a tool of the oligarchy. He is they used to call him MBNA senator, which was that bank in Delaware. He used to do all kinds of legislation for them. His son Hunter got a job with them. I mean, the corruption runs deep. The point is that we knew Biden was a fraud. We knew that Biden was not going to do anything that he said because he's a giant liar. He's been lying for years. He is not going to give us $15 an hour minimum wage, although he campaigned on that, and you can find him saying $15 an hour minimum wage during every speech that he gave during the election. That was really sick. Really, really sad. But Cenk and Anna went along with this. Now, when this thing came to a head was when they started shilling for the U.S. military and their propaganda BS about how Assad in Syria gassed his own people, which anytime they say that, you can automatically assume that that's a lie. But aaronmate went to Syria. He did some real journalism and interviewed a lot of people and tried to figure out exactly what was going on there, because there was a report by the OPCW that looks into chemical weapon attacks and is the organization from the UN that analyzes and investigates chemical attacks. And they said initially that there was no chemical weapons used. That report was doctored later to say that maybe it was, they weren't exactly sure, but it looked like Assad had done it. And that was what the United States military needed to show that their bombing of Syria after that incident was justified. Well, it was not justified. It was a war crime. They didn't have any evidence whatsoever. There wasn't any evidence whatsoever. So when Cenk and Anna start talking about aaronmate as a shill for Assad and how a Russian agent, he is keeping warm with a Russian blanket. When I heard that, I couldn't believe it. That was absolutely horrible. That was when they said that, I lost all respect for them, because that is a typical McCarthyite Russian smear. It's this whole Russiagate bullshit that's been going on for 4 years. They have been pushing it, and it has been debunked. There was no evidence whatsoever. The only evidence that we've come up with, actually, is that Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden were involved with Russia and with Ukraine. So for them to say that and attack a true progressive and a real journalist that was actually in Syria at the time is appalling. It's sick. And then she has the audacity, Anna has the audacity to flip the bird out on her show and tell aaronmate to fuck you. These people need to go away, okay? The shilling is done, okay? We're done with this. Let's move on. TOIT has lost all respect. We know now who they are. They are shilling for the establishment. They took the $24 million from Katzenberg, which is the friend of Hillary Clinton. They were compromised. They have moved to the center, and now they're shilling for the establishment. Jimmy Dore is correct. I was right. Kyle Kalinske was right. Convocouch. I mean, I can name a lot of the progressives that have integrity and have stood up for truth. And so I am on the side of Jimmy Dore on this one. So if you want to forget about all of this and move on, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Let's start talking about real progressive policies. We need to start pushing the Congress. We need to start pushing the squad, the fraud squad, to do something, because they haven't been doing anything. They've been rolling over and playing dead for Biden. It's really nauseating what's going on. These people are criminals. They are war criminals. Biden has been a war criminal for a long time. The things that he helped push while he was VP for Obama was war crimes. Libya is a perfect example. He and Hillary Clinton destroyed that country. Absolutely destroyed it. You now have open air slave markets in Libya right now. You can thank Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton for that. So we are going with the third party. We are not going with the Democratic Party. We are not donating money anymore to the Democratic Party. Bernie Sanders, we're done with him. AOC, she's proven to be a fraud. We are going with the People's Party. That's peoplesparty.org. We need to push the third party. You need to volunteer. You need to donate. You need to run for office. True progressives need to get involved now. We cannot rely on the squad. You're never going to push Joe Biden to the left. Never in a million years. So that was my rant for today, and I will get back to you tomorrow. Thank you.